Hi guys, how have you been? I know it's been a really long time since I uploaded something in YouTube, but I really did not want to come up with some random content without really feeling it and reaching out to you just for the sake of doing that. Which really means that I do have something interesting to share with you. So people who know me and have seen my videos know that I believe that sunscreen is very important on a daily basis, that it drastically changes the texture of your skin. It protects you from all the environmental pollutants, all the environmental stress, all the bad pollution, the rays, sun's rays, and stuff like that. That has personally helped me, at least. Wearing sunscreen for the last 4 years have changed the texture of my skin, has made my facial skin, especially because I wear sunscreen on my face and on my neck and chest. Compared to the rest of my body, I do not use as much in my body. So I really cannot emphasize enough the importance of wearing sunscreen in your life, especially when you're very conscious about how your skin looks and how it feels and etc. But the problem with sunscreen is it's got a lot of chemicals in it. It's got a lot of bad toxic stuff in it. I think in the last 4 years that I've used sunscreen, the first year I did not really do a proper research on what kind of sunscreens I should be using, what are the ingredients in it that I should avoid. So I think for a majority of the first year I used a chemical sunscreen, which has a lot of chemicals which are proven scientifically to affect the hormones in your body, because it does get into your bloodstream and stuff like that. So I did use sunscreens like that. And over time, when I saw that I was still getting freckles around my around my face, cheeks, and stuff like that. I do have a lot of breakouts, so please ignore that. Yeah, I did get a lot of freckles and stuff, even if I was using a sunscreen, and that's chemical sunscreen. Let's just emphasize on that. So that made me question that how much is my sunscreen protecting me? How much of good job is it doing? Because even though I'm wearing it, I'm still getting freckles. And trust me, about probably like 30 years of my life, I've never worn sunscreen. I've always enjoyed the sun. I've always been out in the sun. There are cons to it, but I've enjoyed doing that. And that's never caused any freckles on my skin. So that made me question, why did all the chemical sunscreens, even though they promised to protect my skin, cost me all these freckles, right? So I used to enjoy the beaches, hikes, and stuff like that with my chemical sunscreen, but I would come back home in the evening with a lot of freckles on my face. So that again made me research about the ingredients that goes into the sunscreen. What are the most effective ingredients? What can I trust? Which brand can I trust? Which is a safe sunscreen to use that doesn't really get into my bloodstream. And I think as time progressed, I started thinking about the environmental stuff as well. What are the ingredients that goes into sunscreen that could affect the water or the coral reefs, all of those kind of things. I think as and when awareness come to you about how things around you are affected by the small things that you do in life, you start to make conscious decisions. So that's something that I had to deal with when it came to sunscreens. Now, this may seem very boring to you when I'm explaining about all of these things, but with so many changes coming in the world because of the way we live, I think it's very important people make conscious decisions like that. Do not use a toxic sunscreen. Use the mineral sunscreen. Do not use sunscreen that has got dangerous chemicals in it, which does affect the coral reefs and stuff like that. So, like I said, I did a lot of research on what the kind of sunscreens that we should be using. Although a lot of sunscreen sets said that they're safe to use and all of that, most of them did not protect me. They did still cause freckles. So I switched to mineral sunscreens, right? Now, I must tell you, just because it says it's a mineral sunscreen doesn't mean it doesn't have non-toxic ingredients, they do have a lot of brands use a lot of chemicals, even though they say that it's a zinc sunscreen, it's 20% zinc or it's like 25% zinc, whatever. But they still, if you just continue reading their ingredient list, you'll see a lot of silicons and a lot of other stuff which you really don't have to put in your skin. You find better brands of sunscreen, which are natural, organic, non-toxic. So I was in my venture to find out the best sunscreens, and I can tell you that I was able to find only 3 sunscreen out of the million sunscreens that I probably would have tried on, and that did not break me out, or that gave me like a proper protection and not cause freckles on my face and all that stuff. Now, I have a different video that I have explained what mineral sunscreens are and chemical sunscreens are. So you can watch out that for more details about what I think about it. But these are the 3 sunscreens that I really, really love, and completely non-toxic, like 100% non-toxic. They're mineral sunscreens. And these brands are amazing. I mean, even just not just the sunscreen, but there are many other products that the brand has that is amazing, guys. I'm not even kidding you. They believe in using very natural organic herbs, Ayurvedic herbs. I know Josh Rosebrook does use a lot of organic herbs that's even used in Ayurveda. Now, if you're an Indian, you know what Ayurveda is. I swear by Ayurveda, it's amazing. So this one has got ashwagandha in it and a lot more stuff. I'm going to put a link of the ingredients in my video, but do check it out. It's amazing. Now, this one is really expensive. Josh Rosberg, this is called the Nutrient Day Cream. It's super expensive. So this cost me like $55 or something. But the bigger version of it, this is what, let me tell you, this is 60 ml. 60 ml cost me $55. I think that is a tad bit expensive for a sunscreen, because you're supposed to use sunscreen freely, without even thinking you're gonna have to purchase another one for $55 when you run out of it. And then another one is the Drunk Elephant. Now, people who know me know that I'm a huge loyal fan of Drunk Elephant. All their products are so good, non-toxic, and they have changed my skin in a major way. They have changed the the texture of my skin. I have a video on Drunk Elephant as well, you guys. You can check it out. I tried out using the night serum, and I became a huge fan that I purchased the rest of it. And I still use all of them, I must say so. I've been a loyal fan of theirs. So this is Drunk Elephant's Amra Tint Physical Daily Defense SPF 30. This has got a SPF 30 zinc oxide 20%. So this is really good as well. It's amazing. Protects you really well. The only probably the down part about both of these, they're not water resistant. So when you sweat or when you swim or anything, you have to reapply it. So I wouldn't really recommend these for activities or exercise and things like that. You probably want to use a water resistant option for that. But these 2 are really good. I'm going to swatch these for you anyway, but I just wanted to talk about the 3 sunscreens first. The third one is the Juice Beauty SPF Sports Sunscreen. And now this is a sunscreen that I use when I have to do some activities, hiking, cycling, or something outside in the hot sun. So this is what I use. Although I do recommend not using a sunscreen when you're exercising, because that could really clog your pores. But if you are an outdoor runner, then you rather wear a sunscreen than not wear a sunscreen, and make sure that you get rid of all of it once you're done back home or whatever. But yeah, this is Juice Beauty SPF 30. This has got zinc oxide 20%. So this is water resistant for 80 minutes, but amazing. Now, what else I wanted to say? Yeah, this is really good. They're all non-toxic, good ingredients. This one is made out of juices of aloe vera, apple, grape, and stuff like that, which is why it's called Juice Beauty, because they sort of believe of not using water, instead use organic juices as their base for mixing up and stuff like that. So yeah, it's amazing. Now for the swatches, I must tell you, this is white in color, literally white in color, but when you rub it on to your skin, it disappears. So this is what it looks like. Right, white, literally. Now when you just rub it in. Now when you see this, when you're rubbing it on your face, you could freak out. Like I freaked out the first time I tried it, because I was like, oh my god, am I gonna look white? But then like you just keep rubbing it, it just disappears. And I think for the first 5 minutes it gives you like a little bit of a, you know, shine, or rather you know that there is something on your face sort of a situation. But as and when you go through your day, it just disappears completely. It doesn't even, you won't even know that you have it on. So that's amazing. And the second one that I wanted to swatch is the Josh Rossbrook, you guys, my favorite. It's amazing. So this has got a little bit of tint in it. So there you go. So it's got a little bit of tint in it, but it doesn't give you any white cast, it just disappears. And it smells amazing. There you go, it's gone. It's amazing. Smells amazing, oh my god. Drunk Elephant. This has got a tint as well. Now, if you're a woman of color, you know the importance of using tinted sunscreen, because all the other ones just leave you a bad white cast, which is not really a interesting situation. So Drunk Elephant is probably a tad bit oranger than the Josh Rossbrook one, but yeah, there you go, a little tiny bit orange. But again, this blends into your skin and gives you a good glow in it. There you go. Now all of these sunscreens have natural ingredients in it, and you can actually see the Drunk Elephant gives you that glow as well. So yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it's really good. I always get compliments when I wear Drunk Elephant sunscreen. You know, people ask me what is that on your face and all that stuff. But yeah, Drunk Elephant is really good. So yeah, that's probably it. And now one thing to notice is what I was telling is that because these are all natural ingredients, they use a lot of oils and stuff like that, which means that it could make your face greasy. You know, it doesn't have any silicones or anything to it, so it can tend to make your face greasy. So what I usually do is, if it's a very summer day, I'm expecting to sweat a lot, stuff like that, I use this Juice Beauty one, and then I just have like a Juice Beauty bamboo powder, which is a blemish clearing powder. I'm going to put that link as well there. But yeah, so these three things are I mean, I just top it with a powder, and that's amazing. That just makes it a tiny bit matte as well, and it doesn't move my sunscreen, so that works. So yeah, these are the three things that I really wanted to speak to you about. And I'm also planning to do a video on the different masks that I use, because I have to tell you about my favorite mask. They're amazing, and they have helped so much in clearing up my skin. I am not wearing anything on my skin right now. I don't have any sunscreens on my skin at this point. So you can see all of my blemishes and my other imperfections on my face, but I'm not ashamed to show that. I'm pretty okay with it. So yeah, that's it for the video today, and I'm gonna have another video very soon about the different favorite masks that I use as well. All right, you guys, I'll see you in my next video.